What time is it?
It's 8 o'clock. Let's do this.
Oh, that's over live. Yeah, because it's 8 o'clock and we're on time. It's 8 o'clock and we are on time, and the show is live. And you just had what? What was that drink? What was that drink?
That was a delicious pina colada.
Nice. Was it a virgin?
Somewhat virgin.
So it wasn't its first time. Gotcha. Cool.
It's complicated.
It's complicated. All right, cool. It's all good. So today's topic, man, is going to be a pretty interesting one, right? It has to do with a little bit of money.
Dinero?
Yeah, dinero. The way you did it like this, like you're working on a pizza, but you got to do what the Italians do it.
Gotcha. Dinero.
Yeah.
Who should pay more? That's what we're talking about today.
Finances and relationships, man. Finances and relationships. That's what we're talking about. So, with that said, Mr. Kyle.
Yes, Mr. Rick.
What's going to happen?
It's that time, Rick.
Is it that time?
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's time for That's So Controversial.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. And That's So Controversial starts now.
Oh, that's what I was supposed to say.
Welcome back to That's So Controversial. I am your man, Rick, and you are?
I'm Kyle.
All right. Always a pleasure to have you, Kyle.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. I hope you're here. Hey, you're the co-host.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thanks for having a guest and shit. Hola, Marmar. Welcome. Always a pleasure to have you guys here. So today we're going to be talking about that almighty dollar.
Yes, or the lack of that almighty dollar.
Oh, yeah, that could be it too. That could definitely be it.
Oh, this is actually a really good topic.
Is it?
Yeah, I got some questions, man.
Talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
Me and my friend was talking about this the other day, and I just want to know how we felt about finances in general. But as the conversation progresses, we'll talk about it. But my question is now: we start from the beginning, before you begin a relationship.
All the way in the beginning. All right, cool.
First date, who pays?
Whoever made the plans.
Really?
I think so. No, I don't know. I haven't dated so long. I have no idea.
Did you pay on your first date?
I think so. I think I paid.
Well, we go.
I always pay. I always pay.
Oh, speak on it, Rick.
Yeah.
How you always pay?
Not anymore. Talking about our first dates. There's no first dates anymore that she knows of.
He's gonna pay for that one later on.
All right, so I think I'm traditional, man. I'm traditional when it comes to it. I think the man should always pay the first date. You know. So
yeah,
we'll see.
So wait, so you really don't believe that who invited who first?
No, I have to say I'm traditional. I have to say the guy has to. The guy in the beginning, just from my traditional values, old school kind of dude. Or I mean, if you want to take it more contemporary, maybe if you guys want to keep it more, I guess, casual, just go somewhere where maybe money isn't involved. I don't know.
Like a walk in the park.
There you go.
The cheap date.
Well, don't call it a cheap date. It's more because I think it's more, not just that. It's just more valuable, man.
Yeah, and cheap too. But yeah, more valuable, I guess. But it's not actually. I think you learn more. You can learn a lot at a walk in the park. I believe you can learn a lot in a walk in the park. Like you can actually get to know the person, but the only thing you don't get to learn is their manners. Like, how does this person eat? How does this person speak to a waiter? How does all that stuff plays a part with me, man. I feel like the way you treat somebody is the way you could possibly treat me one day. So I really want to know how you treat other people.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I can see that. So, he just went out to eat. Who paid? I'm curious. Hold on. All right, she said, if I got to pay date, if it was the first day, it says we just went out to eat, so I'm curious.
No, she's saying that if she has to pay, it's not a date.
Oh, got you. Okay, that's interesting.
But I feel like it's weird. It's weird. So how about this? How about this? If you are dating someone, right? I mean, I know you're at the game. You've been at the game for a while. So if two people are talking to each other and they want to go on a date, but the male is financially, he's struggling right now. We all struggle here and there, whenever it wasn't in our budget to pay for the date. And
Right.
the woman says, "Hey, maybe we should do this." And the guy says, "I'm broke right now." Ladies, is that a turn off for you? If he says I'm broke, or should a guy ever tell a woman he's broke?
That's messed up. They shouldn't judge him. I mean, people can go. Well, you can't fall in love unless you have a job. Is that what you say? You're not allowed to fall in love if you don't have a job.
I mean, I'm asking. I'm asking.
What if like everything else clicks and I mean, he just financially he's messed up right now? You never know, man. You never know.
I mean, what do you think? Have you ever told a woman, "Hey, I can't go on a date with you because I don't got it right now. I don't have it right now."
Story time.
Oh yes, I love story time.
Story time, man. Story time. And real quick, before I start the story, man, I always get reminded late in the game. For those of you who eventually want to jump in the conversation, I'm going to put the link in here. You guys don't have to show video. You can just talk some, pop some poop. But yeah, here is the story. I don't want to say shit, but now you're making me say shit.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. Some people are too funny. All right, so here's my story. Right, I was young. Let's start there. Okay, so my teenage years. Right, I was broke, which was the story most of the time with me being broke. So I was talking to this girl online, and she wanted me to go see her. Right. I had just enough money to take the train to go see her and come back. Those are my intentions. Right? Go see her, say what's up, come back.
Hold on, time out. You said you only had enough money to get there and get back. That's it.
Yes.
Wow.
That's it. That's all I had. Right. But she said she just wanted to see me. Talk for a little bit, whatever. So I go over there. And she meets me at the train station and she wants to get back on the train to go shopping somewhere. I was so freaking embarrassed. I'm like, I only got enough money to get back home. But she was so fucking cool about it, bro. She's like, don't worry about it. I got you. Just stand there. And I think that was the last time I saw her.
So she wasn't that cool about it.
I guess not. Yep, she was cool at that moment. She played it cool. We had a good day for the most part, but then after that,
let me ask you a question because, wait, hold on, sorry, back, folks. You said that you only had enough to get there, and you said when you was a teenager. So I'm thinking, not to age anybody here. Are we talking tokens or are we talking 150 Metro card?
No, I think it was. I honestly don't remember how much it was at that time.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was basically a token, whatever the fare for a train was at the time.
Okay.
But yeah, I only had enough money to get there and come back.
Gotcha. So
and my heart dropped when she wanted to get back on the train.
I gotta go home, man. I gotta get home. I would have made an excuse.
I hated being broke, man. Being broke is not fun, especially when you're trying to date and meet girls. And at the time, I was also still a virgin, I believe. So it was just like, I don't know, man. It sucked. Don't let your kids be broke.
That's the moral of the story. Don't let your kids be broke.
Don't let your kids be broke. Let them at least get money for a pizza, token and a pizza, something.
Wow. So that's an interesting story. I don't think I've ever had a story like that. Like, nah, I don't think I ever had a story like that. That's because I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go, bro. I really wouldn't go. If that was the case, I'm like, nah, just bad timing. I can't do it right now. So
Man, that was tough, man. So all right, if you really like somebody, let's say you was talking to them for a while and they really wanted to see you, and you was just in a messed up place in life, and you wouldn't make an effort.
I will make effort, but I will have to be real with them. Be like, yo, this is my situation,
Mhm.
and if it's meant to be, they're gonna accept you for where you are. Because where you are today doesn't mean you're gonna be in that same place tomorrow. So you could be in a bad situation today, and tomorrow you land a dream job, but tomorrow your uncle from Pakistan or Palestine sends you some money that that you had inheritance, and then you're back in the game.
Yeah,
So
and then you go back to that guy. You be, I got two tokens, one for you and one for me.
yeah, but I definitely want to. First, I'm not gonna leave my house if all I have is money to get back.
That was
Yeah,
the thing, man. I wonder. I wish I knew what the whole story was because I knew about the date in advance. I just didn't have no funds coming in or going, so it's not I
yeah.
could have planned for it. I didn't have a job. I didn't have nothing. I was
And
actually
Cash App wasn't
freeloading off my
even-
Yeah, I was freeloading off my boy's internet. I didn't even have my own internet. I was going to my
Wow,
boy's house to try to get to know these ladies that I didn't have access to unless I had his house.
wow. Yeah, man. So I mean, right now it's a little bit easier because right now, like I'm not going to put anybody out there, but I've had some of my male friends who like they ask for a cash out. Yo, bail me out real quick, bro. I'm on this date.
Oh,
I
that's
need a
dope.
all right,
That is
whatever.
dope.
All right, I'll send you this real quick, whatever. And I've been in situations where I needed money instantly, and they've been there for me too. So right now, it's so much easier. Do you have access to this cash? A quick text, you can solve all your problems.
What
So
happens if all your friends is broke though? You
you need
just
some new
surround.
friends. Then you need some new friends. That's the bigger issue. Then you need some new friends. So
Take that call if you have to.
nah, it's all good, bro.
All right.
If they was watching, they would know I'm on the podcast right now, but they're not watching.
Ah, they're not a loyal friend, a
Nah,
loyal
so
follower.
nah. But yeah, man. So let's get into the topic. I mean, that was a whole pre talk we had just now. So who should
Yeah.
pay more when you're in a relationship now?
Now in today's modern age, in the time of equal thing, equal pay, equal this, everything equal rights, equal everything. I think you get the theme here.
So it should be down the middle.
It should be, but I think there is some sort of a. I think if somebody's making a lot more money, you should be considerate of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think as a man, do you feel because society sometimes tells us and tradition sometimes tells us that a man should be paying this and whatever. I don't believe in that, but I'm asking you, do you think that as a man, do you feel a little more responsible for paying?
I think from a personal standpoint, that's a personal thing, but I don't think that's the norm. I think you can have those conversations with people today and they'll understand it. I think for the most part, I would like to hear from the woman's perspective. If they made more money than their spouse, would they be willing to pay more or should it be 50-50? What do you think? Very curious about that. What do you think on that, Kyle? If you were dating a girl that was making, let's say, 50% more money than you did, would you think it would be, would you want her to pay more or do you think that you should just still be down the middle 50-50?
Man, listen, here's the situation, man. If
Mhm.
I'm in a relationship with somebody, I'm expecting them. We kind of have like some similar mindsets. If I was making 50% more than what she was, I would be paying more. And if we're a team, it should be the same way. I'm only expecting I'm only expecting that, I'm only expecting that to be 50-50. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm only expecting that same courtesy if she's making more than I am. I'm expecting that because we're a team, and if we talking finances, we're serious now, and
Right.
we got a home. So I'm expecting to be able to like, yo, you had a better month than I did, so hold this down.
Right.
And I feel
So,
like that in a relationship, sometimes you are the star quarterback, sometimes you're the cheerleader.
I'm gonna give me some pom poms.
Yeah, that's it. That's how it should be in a relationship. Sometimes you're a man, sometimes you're just a fan, and you know.
In my situation, right? I hate money. I really do. I don't like money. I think a lot of negative. There could be good things with money, but I hate it. I don't like to argue about it. So the way we have it set up in our household is that we split all the bills and we have separate accounts for our money. That way, whatever she wants to do with her money, she does it. Whatever I want to do with my money, I do it, and that's pretty much the route we go. And it hasn't caused no issues. There's no, oh, can I buy this? There's no, oh, can I buy that? unless it starts getting into you start building up debt. That actually,
And
which I
yeah,
was
that's another question that we're gonna talk about a little later on.
yeah.
But yeah, that's an interesting one, man. Owing and paying back your spouse.
Oh,
That's an interesting one. I got a story about that one, man.
I got to hear it. Let's jump
Yeah,
into that question next, man.
that's a little bit later on, bro.
All right, a little later on.
Yeah. So what do you think though? Like, guys, what do you guys think? Who should pay more? Or should the bills be like, hey, I'm gonna take care of phone, electric, and blah blah blah. You take care of blah 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 blah, and they kind of balance out, So
that's a really good question. Yeah, let me see some of the comments here.
Yeah. Look.
Oh, there's a lot of comments had to do with that conversation that we had earlier.
Well, let's not. Let's Oh, I mean, all right, I'll read it. No problem, Rick. Since you take your time.
I just trying to get it.
I feel like if you're getting paid more, then she should get the bigger bills, but still have an equal amount of bills. 5 bills, then she gets the 2 bigger ones, and then he pays the lesser ones and split. That's very fair. That's fair.
I can dig it.
I mean, I feel like as an adult, it should be that way. If I don't think I would want to deal with somebody if they thought it any other way.
Mm-hmm. She pays all bills. I pay for entertainment. You pay for entertainment, or you are the entertainment? I'm curious. Are you dancing for the lady at home? Or you giving us some of that?
I think I can agree. I'm more with Maria here. Whatever has to get done as a team, regardless.
I love it. That's great.
Which brings me to my next question.
Mm-hmm.
Is having stash cash wrong in the relationship? What do you think? I'm talking stash cash, stash cards, properties. Is that wrong in the relationship? Is lying? That goes back to that.
I think there's the underlying thing to it, though. There has to be a reason why you're hiding the money. There has to be you have to not have faith in your partner financially, or you gotta believe that there's a reason why you have to hide it. That's what I think is more concerning. Like, if I found out my wife had a stash cash, I'd be confused. I'd be like, why? I don't ask you for anything. I don't ask you what you're doing with your money. Like, why do you have a stash? I think she has ulterior motive. She about to bounce on my ass. If the stash is bigger than like 50 G's or something like that, I'm like, whoa, what's going on here?
So you don't think stash cash is wrong?
I think there's. I'd want to know why there is money.
But maybe just because they have your own play money, Nothing more than that.
Huh? I'm curious. How do you feel about it?
I think, but here's my thing. So if you and I are in a partnership, right? I feel like if we come to the agreement and say, hey, we're gonna have these bills gonna be paid or whatever, and we're making a decision based off of our income, right? So if Rick and I in a relationship or partnership, whatever you want to call it in 2020, 21, if we're in this, right? And I we say I'm gonna pay electric and mortgage based off of my income. Literally, I have some money on the side that's coming off on the side, and it kind of makes me bring in a little more income than you are. Okay. I will feel wrong knowing that you are paying more bills out of your pocket because you think that that I can't afford it, or that just is fair in a relationship. Because you're looking to be fair, but I'm not looking to be fair. It's a secret. Mm-hmm. Like having a second child. Yeah, maybe not that dramatic, but it's
But you can see the underlying sneaky tone there is to that, right?
Yeah.
That's not something that has to be reason behind it.
I do understand it. If you have a partner who is, is really strict, and there's nothing wrong with having your own money. There's really nothing wrong with having your own money. I think it's I think that it should be understood. Like if you and I are gonna have our own money, it's understood that hey, we have our own account, but we're gonna have a joint account as well. But I have my account, you have your account, and I think that's it.
There's 3 interesting responses here. Michael Pabon, who says you can have your own play money. And yeah, Mike over here says it's not a guarantee that she will stay with you. It's more like an emergency fund. And yeah, Hillbilly says stash cash is needed. That's how surprise gifts get bought, and I like
That's a
that.
good point. That's
I
and see
love that.
you the negative side, Rick. I would just ask the question.
No, that's why it's good to have these conversations, man. I mean, that's a really fantastic idea because if they see, that's another thing. Like my wife and I share the Amazon account, right? I can't surprise her when I want gifts from Amazon. It's impossible. She's gonna know what's coming.
Yeah.
Besides me. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah, you
sorry.
can't help yourself, huh?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm immature. I apologize for our
Yo,
Christian listeners. All
I
right.
think what I was waiting to say.
We'll just go into another comment real quick. I do sinking funds in which I save for emergencies. This is my stash cash. So if we need something, then I'm able to use that, and it's more of a safety net cash when unexpected things rise. I like that. He knows it exists, but doesn't want a part of it. I like that. I like that. That's cool. That's being responsible. That's being smart. And that's all good.
Um, yeah, man. Yeah. So sure, sure. Yeah, it's having a stash, guys. Let's try to get back to that. I don't know, man. I think that if like I agree with the last person, they said that knowing it exists is good, but not having any access or know anything like that, or trying to dip into it, is good as well. But just to let you know, you can't like Mike did have I think I know what he's trying to say here.
You can separate it.
Yeah, you can separate it. Like I can have under one account, we can share the benefits of having a Prime membership, but you have your login and password, and I have my login and password, and it's still the same account.
Sorry. This is one of the comments. How you hide somebody? How you hide $3,000 somebody's shoebox for 2 years? Well, I guess there must be an old pair of shoes, and they don't use those shoes
But that's
anymore.
the point. You don't need all these damn shoes. Point made.
Oh, that's good, right? That's good for arguing, right? Do you need why? I'm gonna throw these shoes out. Oh no, those are my favorite shoes. Really, really? When's the last time you wore them? I wear them all the time. Really? Let's open up that box for a second and see what's inside. See, this could have been yours, but you full of.
Yeah. All right, let's see here.
So I like that. There's so many different ideas about save a stash cash, and I see a lot of the benefits. I like the ideas a lot of these people propose. It was great.
Nothing wrong with it. I think we are getting caught up with the name you guys gave it. I take credit for that. Stash cash, emergency fund, and just in case is all the same. Well, when I meant a stash cash, I really meant it in a negative way, like money off to the side. I wasn't thinking of like emergency fund or anything like that. I was literally just thinking of being deceitful and having extra cash on the side.
I see. Meant it from a specific point of view.
Yeah. That's why we put stash cash. But the emergency fund and the rainy day fund is always a great idea to have. At the same time, I think as a person, you should always have some money of your own. You should always have your own. Even if you're in a relationship, I think you should be able to put some money to the side for yourself, just in case.
I hate the idea that you would have to ask somebody if you could buy something. I'm not saying that's the way things should be. This is my personal opinion. That's the show is about, sharing your opinion from your point of view. So don't take it the wrong way. I just don't like the idea of, my wife having to come and ask me, is it okay if I buy this? Or her asking me, how much is that? Why'd you buy that? Oh, those are some nice new sneakers. How much are those?
I mean, I agree with you. Oh man, we had a treat today, man.
All right, Gabe, you ready to join in? Thumbs up? I can't hear. Gave me thumbs up. All right, cool. So Gabe is joining the stream. I guess you got some information you'd like to share. What's going on, Gabe?
Yo, what up, y'all?
What's up, Gabe? Long time no see.
Minute, man. It's so many things that you guys mentioned, and I started from the beginning. Do you mind if I go from the beginning to like where we're at now? Just 2 seconds, real quick.
Go ahead.
First things first. All right. I'm a traditional type of person as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna pay initially once we go out to once we go out to dinner and stuff like that. But you also got to find your balance and figure out what is it that you can pay for. Like, keep it real. Like I said in the comments, send her some McDonald's coupons and see how she
Oh, that was you.
Domino's got a deal. You know what I mean? Like, yo, do you like Domino's? Oh, nah. So we gotta go to Little Italy and spend $100. Yeah, I'm gonna be sick. It ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? But no, I'm just saying. I'm the traditional type of one. Dating sucks because it's expensive as hell, especially these days during COVID because they raised the prices and all that stuff. You're probably better off going to your crib and just cooking. But then it's creepy to tell someone on their first date, "Come over to my crib and cook." So my suggestion to you would be, don't date right now. Just leave it alone.
What?
You're right.
What about the lonely people during COVID, bro?
I was just about to say that.
What happened?
What about the lonely people during COVID?
Buy a dog. I don't know. I don't know.
That's gonna be even more expensive.
Say it again.
That's even more expensive than dating.
Could be.
It could be. But let me just go to the stash real quick.
Okay.
I don't know what to think about that. Like, because that's difficult. Like, it could be a betrayal in some ways, right? Like, you're actually together with this partnership and you got this joint account, and it's a good point that you brought up that basically once you get married and all that stuff, ain't no like paying for dates and all that because you got the joint account.
Yeah.
So you paying for the date regardless, or she's paying for the date regardless. Somebody's paying. We're both paying for that date in that way. But the stash account, what you hiding? Why are you hiding? Like, you don't trust me? Like, how much you got in that stash account right now? Like the other day, I needed a Metro card and I was struggling. You got a stash account?
Oh,
See, that was gonna be my question. Now, is a stash account really does it hurt more if you find out that person has a stash account while you were struggling to get a haircut? Like, or a Metro card, and in that case, like, I don't know.
I'm trying to actually connect the speaker. Hello?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
That's perfect. There we go. Now I can hear you guys. I didn't hear you in my headphones. I heard you there, so I was struggling. But that's the whole thing. Like, if we're a partnership, man, you should not be hiding money from me. Maybe I'm taking it to extreme and stuff like that. But I don't know. I never understood couples that separate their money in that way. I get that it gives you independence and stuff like that. But for you to separate your money, like, I never understood that. Like, we have the same bills, we have the same responsibilities. Why are we splitting our money like that, and why are we hiding money like that? I guess it keeps you as an individual in some ways and gives you some kind of power in a relationship in some ways. I don't know.
I think I think as a person you should keep some money for yourself. You know, I mean, I think that you should agree on joint accounts, everything like that, make your contributions. But I also believe that you should, always have some money to yourself as well, some play money, as my buddy Michael Papone said. Just for
but play money as far as, but the other person knows about the play money. You're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has to be known. It can't be hidden or anything like that. It can't be,
I guess I'm with that then. Yeah, no, for sure. You definitely. I think my last relationship that I was in, we basically didn't have play money. We didn't have all that stuff because we were young, so we were broke as hell. So there was really no room for play money. I think the next relationship that I get into, for sure, I think I want to keep my money on the side just so I can buy my own little things and kind of have my own little. I still exist in some ways and stuff like that. So I guess I get that, and I understand that for sure.
Because like I have an expensive hobby. So if I want to go buy a lens and it's a certain amount of money, I'm not going to take that out our monthly savings to go buy a lens for myself. No.
Can I ask you a question though?
What's
like
that?
The old school type relationship, can she say no to you?
To buy my lens?
Look at his face. Look at Kyle's face. Look at Kyle's face.
You mean the reason why I go to work every day is you gonna tell me I can't do this? Man, that could be an interrelationship argument for me.
Yeah.
But independence is key, man. Independence is key. We also be independent to an extent.
I agree. I think this goes back to my theory about when you get into a relationship, it's understanding that you are two individuals that are just coexisting with each other. Coexisting is not a bad thing, actually. People think that it is a bad thing. The way that I describe it is coexisting. You're who you are. I am who I am. We're just partnered up in this way. And we have this understanding with each other and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that my identity goes away because I'm a part of this relationship now. And I think that we become so extreme that builds up the resentment, which leads back to the money and people stashing their money and hiding their money on the side because they feel like they don't have an identity anymore and stuff like that just because they're in this relationship. And that's a killer, man. That's the real killer of relationships is people losing their identities in these relationships. So I guess I do agree. Yeah, have your little stash money, man. Why not?
Thank you, Gabe. And I would say if you had stash money going into it, you should keep that stash money, but you just let them know, hey, I save on the side, you know.
Oh, you better not get married, bro.
He's staying extra quiet on this one. What's going on?
No. What do you call it? Once you get married, there is no stash money actually, because if you guys get divorced, that stash money is not half her money.
See, this is why I don't do it.
And that's our what? Would you say, Gabe?
What?
I thought she said something. Oh.
I'll keep it real. That's why, no offense to anyone that's gotten married and stuff like that. That's why I don't think I'll do it. You know what I mean? Like,
you never get married?
You don't have to.
I don't want a contract. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that contract. I don't want that responsibility. If we could be two adults and like we love each other in that way, let's talk about our money in a way. If we're gonna break up and stuff, let's be adults about our money. You know what I mean? Like, I love you. I still care about you, even though we're not together. I'm not gonna shit on you. And if I do shit on you in the end, you pick the wrong fucking person. I'm sorry for the person, as I know, but
That's okay. It's not PG.
you pick the wrong person to be in your life if that's what you're gonna deal with in the end. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, what kind of energy were you attracting that you brought that person into your life that's gonna crap on you in the end with money? I don't know. And I agree. I hate money, man. I hate money. Kyle knows I hate money.
Yeah, he really does. That's why I tell me he should give me all his whenever he can. But this is Gabe. You brought up a good point. That's kind of a segue to where we're going next with this convo.
Do you guys mind me hanging out with you guys? Is it cool?
Oh, sure. You can hang out. I mean,
right, cool.
Sure. Can you date a cheap person, Gabe?
What's that?
Can you date a cheap person?
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Can you date a cheap person?
That you see, so now so in my job I get called cheap. And I make it very
absolutely.
clear. Here we go. Kyle's gonna admit to that, right? But I make it very clear. I'm not cheap, I'm broke. All right, let's make that very clear. There's a difference there. I'm not cheap, I'm broke. So I gotta be conscious of my money and stuff like that. Now, if you have the money and you're being inconsiderate with your money, that's a character flaw. And I'm not messing with that. You know what I mean? Because now you're being inconsiderate of me and letting me shell out all this money when you don't even reach in. I went on a date a couple of months ago and I got the fake reach. Right? Let me tell you about the fake reach, right? We're over there, Little Italy. We had some pasta, stuff like that. The bill came in. They dropped it right there in the middle, made it look all nice and fancy. I'm like, you know that shit is expensive because the way he dropped it. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to go with it. So I go to reach for it. She gives me the fake, you sure you don't want to split it in half? I'm like, man, your arm is all the way down here. Your arm is all the way down here. You're not going half. You weren't reaching.
Like T-Rex.
Yeah, you were T-Rex. You weren't
That's
reaching
my man.
for that.
He had alligator arms.
Nah, so don't even say it. If you're not going to pay half, then don't even say it. Don't give me the fake reach, the T-Rex reach. I like that. I'm going to go with that. The T-Rex reach. Nah, man, don't give me that. Nah, that's a character flaw, and I pay attention to that. And I'm like, nah, you good. If you have the money and you can pay for it, show some kind of consideration and say, listen, I'm willing to go half, and it's cool. That's my opinion.
Mike, what do you think? Well, hello, Mike. How you doing? Glad to see you doing well, bro.
What's going on, man? Thank you. I feel like you should have your emergency fund money, but like I said, I guess people are it's the way the name you gave it, because it really isn't no different. Emergency fund, secret stash, whatever the case may be. As long as the bills are being paid together with the joint account, what does it matter? Unless, I mean, like I said, if you're buying a high ticket item like a house, then if somebody's buying, for example, something expensive for themselves, then that slows the process down.
Are you obligated to report your funds to your spouse though?
Report it? I don't.
Yeah, like, in a way, it is. Maybe I'm taking it. Am I a little bitter right now? But like, I know that sounds harsh, like reporting it.
Like the IRS.
But it does. But it kind of feels that way after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Gabe, I'm gonna say this right now. If you're dating someone and you feel like they're the IRS, you definitely need to run away from that person. I'm letting you know that right now. If you're dating someone and you refer them as the IRS, they do nothing but take from you. You need to run away from that person. That's just my opinion. I'm no doctor.
But it could be seen as cold, like splitting your money that way and like saying this is my money. Some people will see that as a cold kind of act,
Not if you communicate it. If you communicate it, should be fine.
I agree.
So Mike, can you date a cheap person?
That's a hard question. What do you consider cheap?
Whatever your definition of cheap is.
exactly.
Well, not everybody makes the same amount of money as you, so you know.
Exactly. That's why
I fit in that category where my ex made more than me, but you know, we still like when we went out on dates. For example, we still went like, for example, one day I paid, the next day she paid, something like that.
Okay.
All right, but when she paid, it was like filet mignon. And when you paid, it was McDonald's.
She wasn't paying all the time, but we good.
Yeah, it was Rick. So what about you? What about you, Rick? I know you're at the game. You've been at the game for a while. Would you have dated a cheap person, being that someone who doesn't like money?
I don't care. I guess. I mean, if it's something, if it becomes a character flaw, like being cheap is like something that it's an ugly character flaw. They just don't want to share with you. Then I can see that being a problem. But if they just like worried, like they're just conservative with their money, and that's another way of being cheap, I guess. Maybe that's okay. I don't know. But if they just
but in all fairness, if you're conservative with your money, you shouldn't be letting me take you out to the steak dinner. You get what I'm saying?
Well, if you're offering me, who am I to say no?
Starting to see the Republican side. I'm starting to see
I'm independent right now.
I got you.
I mean, for me, I don't think I could. Because I'm kind of cheap myself. I spend money on things that I find important, right? So I'm not going to go spend money on, an expensive set of sheets. Just an example. But I would spend money on something that I find, is worth value. So what I don't know. I need to date somebody who is financially, is grounded financially.
Let me ask you a question. All right. So you buying that $300 lens is considered an investment. Yes. I understand that, but to her, she might think it's petty still.
Then we don't belong. Then we don't need to be together.
$300 sheets that she's buying, she might love. That's her thing. But for you, it's the lens. So does it really make a difference? I mean, yes, yours makes money, hers doesn't, but still.
First of all, I wish a lens was $300. Just off the back, I wish it was only $300. But if she doesn't see and two points here. This is why we have our own play money. That's what I say. We always need to have our own play money to get what we want, for our personal growth and our personal health, to do what we like, right? And the other thing is that you might want to be with somebody who supports you. So, for example, if we're starting a podcast and I need a microphone and I want to spend a little bit more money on the microphone, support me enough to say, hey, all right, well, let's get this microphone that you need to do the show. That's the only thing I think that'll be ideal.
I mean, at the end of the day, what supports you supports the you as a team, anyways. So if you're making extra money, it's you're supporting both of each other.
Yeah, but I also want to stick to the thing about being cheap, right? Like, so let's minimize being cheap into like one big thing. I think being cheap is a character flaw, right? Like, for example, if I'm going to say she because I'm heterosexual, so I'm going to say she, right? If she isn't reaching in her pocket as much as I am, or even showing some kind of, oh, you paid for dinner, let me cover this.
It depends. If she's asking, is she asking you to pay for all that stuff, or are you doing it if you want to?
I don't think it should matter. I don't think it should matter. I think that it would. I think that if we're going out together if we're going out together to enjoy each other's company, I think that you should as a female, whether I invited you out or as a male, whether she invited me out, show that consideration and have it in you. It's like, yo, that person just paid for dinner. Let me pay for the dessert, or let me pay for the beer afterwards, or something like that. Because I think that shows interest, and it shows like, yo, we're a team. You know what I mean? Like, that to me shows you that you're gonna have on your side for as long as you're gonna have them. You know what I mean? Because nothing lasts forever.
Exactly. I
know. Okay, that's my.
Well, I know as a single man, though, it gets expensive if you start going on dates and these things ain't working out either. So like I hear where you coming from.
It's a whole
also.
other topic right there. Not working out.
No. I'm just saying.
Now.
I'm talking about the spending part.
I
of
hear
it.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, because like for example, in my book, if she's offering to pay half, she's a winner, you know. But if she can't,
taking
that's
it
a different
are you
story.
taking it? Are you taking it?
That's bait, bro. That's fool's gold.
Are you taking that other half? Are you taking it?
Nope. Absolutely not. But, oh, you think he's going to catch me? I'm not an amateur. No, I'm not taking the bait. If you offer to pay half, it's a test, and it's just. I feel like when you're on a first date, it's a whole bunch of little test things you're throwing out there, like little jabs. Refer to boxing. You're just jabbing and see when you ever going to land a blow. Okay, I thought Rick was going to respond. So yeah, you jab.
Yo, Rick called me a couple of times. Rick is like this a couple of times. I'm like, is she ready? Is she going?
No, Rick has a weird sense of humor. So it's like testing each other out on dates, right? And I think that's a test right there. Is this person going to let me pay half? And and then one of my tests is that, all right, I paid the bill. Are you going to offer to pay the tip?
That's what I'm saying.
Those are just little tests that I think that we have. What's
yeah, it's a test, of course. I take that into consideration too, because like put it this way, I had 2 stories where I picked up 2 rides, right? And both girls, hugged the dude. I thought that they were really into him. As soon as they shut the door, they're like, damn, that was the worst date I ever been on. I was like, well, you seem to have a good time. And they both confessed to me, I only went on a date because he was paying.
Wow.
Poor guy. What was you saying, Rick?
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay. He must have got some text over there. You talking too much.
No.
But that's another question is like, this is what I feel like, and I know we're gonna disagree on some of us here. Dating is so exhausting because you have these things. You have, does this person really like me, or this was on the other side? I know it doesn't happen often, or maybe it does. Is this person going out with me because they want a free meal or something like that, or who pays and all this other stuff? It's literally a battlefield, and it's so much guessing going on. And I spoke with Gabe a couple of weeks ago, and he had his new way of thinking it, and it was just like, it is what it is, and it seems freeing. It seems very like free spirit, and like, I'm just gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna be brutally honest with you straight up, and from the beginning. And how's that working out for you, Gabe? If you don't mind me asking.
No, it's the way you said it. That's what it was.
That was that brutally honest free spirit life working out.
Listen. I've gone on dates with my work uniform on, and I'm like,
exactly.
I'm going on my work uniform. Like, this is what you're gonna get. This is who I am. Listen, I don't play those games. I don't want that. Like, I don't play the date game, which is why I suck at it. You know what I mean? Because I don't play the freaking who's gonna text who first, who's gonna have the conversation, who's gonna do it. I don't need that in my life. I'm 40 years old.
I think that's just playing games, though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, how real do you want this?
If I'm feeling you, I'm just gonna call you.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna wait 3 days or whatever.
Thank you.
It is,
and actually, it's worked out well. You know what I mean? For me, I feel like it's worked out well because whoever ain't gravitating to my energy, you take care. It's been fun. You know what I'm saying? But if you're digging it and you with it, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, that's it.
Graham, let me ask you a question. If she offers to pay half of the bill on a date, would you allow her to?
Double-edged sword. See, that's what I'm talking about. Too many games, man. Stop playing games.
Thank you. Yeah. That's it. Like,
there's no right or wrong answer, though.
You know what? No. Rick is full of it.
No,
Rick is full of it. Rick is out the game. That's why Rick is full of it. Rick is out the game. He's been out the game.
No, what I want to know is that why I want to play these games, right? If you want to go out, is she going to pay half? Who gives a shit? If you're going to go out, you're going to go out to spend money regardless. You're going to get
married man, though, man.
No, so we had this conversation before. So we had this conversation. Kyle, we had this conversation before, and Kyle asked me the same question, and I said the same thing that Rick's saying right now. I'm not playing any fucking games. Like, if we're gonna go out, I'm going out to have a good time for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're two individuals having a good time. It's not that I'm gonna disregard you or not care about you or what you're saying. I'm going out to have a good time with another human being. What's wrong with that? Why
Can we
can't
get Kyle's
go
answer
out?
though?
Evan?
Can we get Kyle's answer to
What
that
was the
question?
What was the question? Oh, would I pay half?
No, if she offered to pay half of the bill, would you allow her to?
Probably not.
That's another test. That's another
But see,
test.
that's the thing.
I
That's
answered that question. That was a
Yeah,
test.
that's the
That,
game.
that,
That's
that was
the
a
game.
test. And I'm
Oh, is
not.
it a test?
Yeah, I'm not a rookie. I'm not an amateur, Mike.
What if all the girls read your book though? What if they read your book? They know
Mm-hmm.
the answer. They got Steve Harvey's handbook right now, and they say, "I'm
Wow.
gonna reach out. I know exactly what he's expecting. I'm gonna throw the money on the table because he ain't gonna take it anyway." Oh, I got half. Bam. Oh no,
Mhm.
babe. I'm trying. Then what? And then it's just a big ass game all
Yeah.
around.
But how
My
about
man.
this, Rick?
My man.
They catch me on the wrong day. They might. I might end up taking that off. I might take that off. And then what?
It's the end of that date. Good luck finding out half of this phone number. I give you the first 3 numbers.
You know what it is, Rick? I'm telling you this much, man. Like, I'm not just singling you out, but like,
Rick is paying the entire bill.
I'm pretty sure your marriage is gonna last forever. But if in the case that something happens or whatever, right?
Right.
You're gonna have a hard time, bro, because you're like me. Listen. I've been in a relationship for 20 something years. I ain't got time for this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not playing these games. I don't have these games. I don't get them. I don't get the games. I don't understand the game, and I don't want to play it. You know what I mean? I'm a boring date if that's what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna be straight up, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, you paying half of this or what?" You know what I mean? Like,
Or if you're gonna play,
She's gonna say you should have told me before the date started.
oh, they ask you a stupid ass question. Oh, they're playing those games. Just
Let me go to the bathroom real quick, Gabe.
What's the right answer?
Here's a question. So you guys go on a date, right? And then they offered a part 2 of this date, meaning like, oh, we're gonna go get dinner. Oh, let's go bowling after dinner. Is that an invite for them to pay, or do you still have to pay? Because you only feel your obligation of paying for the dinner.
You put in regulations on it. I thought you guys were just having fun. Like I'm having fun.
No,
she's having
that's
fun.
Gabe. That's Gabe's way of life. That's not Kyle's. Gabe is
So what's Kyle? What's Kyle's answer to that then?
Kyle's answer is that I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. I already had to think about it.
I'm telling you straight up. Stop that shit. Stop that. That shit is so frustrating, man. Like, why can't we just be real? Yo, keep it real, man. Like, if you want me to pay for the date and be like, listen, I'm a traditional female and I expect for the guy to pay for everything. Tell me that. Like, let's communicate about that. Why can't we talk? That's the problem with your generation, Kyle.
So Gabe, if she explains to you that she expects the man to pay, you gonna pay? How about
if I'm digging her in that way?
But you choosing the venue though, right? If you paying, right?
Oh, I'm not only am I choosing the venue, I'm gonna tell you guys straight up right after this. Listen, I paid today.
We're gonna move on to the next question, man, which is a really good one that Kyle came up with. Is should you borrow money from your partner?
Ooh.
How you borrowing money from a joint account?
Only reason I brought this up because I had a story about this. I had an ex, and I would not borrow money. She would offer to do things and give things, and I'm like, okay, you get this or whatever for me, whatever. And she actually kept a spreadsheet of what I owed.
No.
Yeah.
That would have been done right there.
That's cold,
I didn't know about it. And but then when I found out about it, I'm like, okay, maybe she's just like very particular with her money or whatever the case is. But I'm like, wait, hold up now. Should I have a spreadsheet? Because some of the stuff on this list is like, I thought this was like relationship stuff, and now it's like,
now you're thinking down to
I
her
bought you
level.
some pants on Thursday. You want me? All right, I thought it was a gift. I didn't know I had to pay you back for it. It was just
that's crazy. That's disgusting.
Damn, that's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. But so my question, that's what made me think of this question. Should you borrow money from a partner? I don't know if you would call it borrowing money, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I had a friend like
if you ain't got it, it's borrowing.
But are they expecting you to pay it back? Or do you make it up with active service?
You could.
All right, Rick. Go ahead, bro. What's up?
Listen, I got a story about that one. One of my boys, when he was 18 years old, right? He would ask me, "Yo, Mike, can you give me a ride to the hotel so I could spend time with my lady?" I'm like, "Okay, no problem." So when they got there, she would say, "Listen, I'm paying for the room, but you owe me $60." So she basically said, "Yo, you owe me for this room."
Oh.
But I thought we were a couple, though.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Rick, you're in the marriage. What do you think?
Can you repeat the question, please?
You about to repeat the fifth. Could
I would say just
can I repeat the question? You put it right here at the bottom. Should you borrow money from a partner?
I borrow money all the time. I'm broke.
Oh man.
How do you borrow money though? All right, Rick, can I ask you a question? But you're in this relationship. If you don't mind me getting too personal, do you guys have a joint account?
For bills.
Oh, just bills.
Yeah.
So your money's your money, her money's her money. Basically, that's it, right? So say you're low on funds. Would you ask her, "Hey, can I borrow $20?"
Absolutely.
Oh man.
is that a bad thing though?
How is she gonna know I need it if I don't tell her?
I know. I guess I'm so accustomed to my past life that it was basically
My hero man.
I don't know, like how in the past, basically my past life, it was like all our money was together. It wasn't just the bill. So I'm not used to saying, "Hey, can you lend me $10 or something like that?" Like I'll feel weird asking my spouse, "Can you lend me?"
He's just gonna make a withdrawal.
That's because you have
Yeah.
That's why.
What's that?
That's because you have access to the money. If you have separate accounts, I can't just Bojack an account and be like, "This card is mine today."
Yeah, man. I think I don't know. So, Gabe, was you able to borrow money from your past relationship or current relationship? Or whatever?
I don't think we ever got to that point because her paycheck went into my account, into our joint account, and my paycheck went into the joint account as well too. So when I got paid, it's basically like she got paid. So we
didn't really had problems. Like if you
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rick, to cut you. Can you explain that one more time for me? I kind of lost it when you was explaining.
I was saying basically we had a joint account. So when I got paid, my check went into that joint account, and when she got paid, that check went into her joint account. So say I got paid every 2 weeks. One Thursday it'll be my check, the next Thursday it'll be her check. But we really didn't count it that way. It was just there was money in that account, and that's it. We really didn't have a separate thing.
That's I never heard of that before. So you had your money, you had your paychecks going into a joint account?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I thought for me, ideally, it would be like a percentage of my check will go into the joint account.
And that's why the emergency fund is so important, though, to have your separate. That's what I'm saying.
Why though?
Because
I still got whatever I wanted.
Just like Rick said, if you want to buy something, you don't have to ask your spouse. You just take money from your own account. Now, the joint account,
that's the thing.
The joint account, nobody touches the money because it pays the bills. It saves the money for, let's say, you want to buy that house.
I guess I get the individuality when it comes in that, and you having your own money. But I really never felt like I had to ask. It was just,
it avoids arguments when you do it that way, though.
I feel like it's kind of cold and disconnecting.
Yeah,
I think it's like, yo, if I got paid and you don't have the money, you don't have to ask me. Let me borrow $20. It's there. That's our money. Use it.
See, I don't.
It's easier to manage it that way, though, when you separate it from the bills.
Yeah, she said something in reference to that earlier. I thought it was a good point. She said it was less about relationship and more about independence. Like you should be able to, like, I guess it kind of benefits if you have access to all the money.
Yeah.
But what happens when you make a purchase that is greater than your contribution?
Yeah, and to follow up on that, Rick, what happened if I think Mommy Flo mentioned it. Excuse me. What if one is more of a spender? Then you'll be arguing who spends more money.
She's right.
I think
that's why the joint account is the way to go. Your joint and then the emergency.
Or is a joint? I mean, I think a joint account should be there for.
Don't touch that.
Joint account should be there to pay the bills, the day-to-day bills. Separate account is to buy your own thing. If Gabe is a sneakerhead, let him buy his sneakers, and he shouldn't have to ask to buy sneakers. You know, it's just if you know. I know Rick, you used to play the game a lot, and used to, you know, the Marvel universe thing. Oh,
let's change the subject.
I really do like Mama Flo's question there when it comes to it, or her comment. When it comes to it, is like if one is a spender more than the other. But I think that if you guys are like, if you guys get it and you're communicating and you're connected in that way, that's pretty powerful and that's strong.
Gabe, you're gonna be upset if she's spending all your money. And
I really
money.
won't. No, I really. Then I'm a sucker. I don't mean to sound like this punk, but like then I'm a sucker because yo, if it's making her good and happy and we could do it, go ahead and do it.
But if you work in like mad hours to get that money,
that's fine. I'm working for the family. I'm working for the unit. So like if she needs something and she wants it, it's her turn. Then I'll get my turn. That's the way I see it. You know what I mean? And like I shouldn't have to say my turn, your turn. It just happens naturally and flows effortlessly if it's legit. And that actually did happen in my last relationship. That
Rick, he got a susu going on. One week is off my check, the next week is
oh, point blank, but for real, it's the truth though. It's the truth. I listen again. I think that once we start like nitpicking at little things like that, it just disconnects us from the connection that we have and the realness that we have. That we're just like we're making it financial now. And I'm like, fuck money, man. Like, nah, that will be all right. That money will come back. You know what I mean? Like, I love you. I trust you. Do your thing. That's beautiful.
That's a lot of trust, bro. How long do you think it takes to you be in a relationship before you start making joint accounts?
I think you can make a joint account with a person that you meet within a week.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna tell you why. But I'm gonna tell you why. Within a week, if you really, all right, Rick, take care. Rick is done. No, I really do feel like if you feel that connection and that bond with someone, if you're really paying attention and just letting your guard down and just connecting to someone, you're gonna feel it. I could feel bullshit. I'm sorry, I could feel bullshit. I think I can feel bullshit.
Gabe, 1 week, Gabe. Are you being serious or are you being dramatic?
I'm being dead ass serious. I can meet somebody the first day and say this person is a good person, and they're not gonna shit on me.
On the second day, you broke as fuck. That college fucking
yeah, right.
I ain't saying she'll go.
On that case, let me go get my wig real quick. I need to make a couple dollars.
I'm serious though. Anyway, maybe it's just me, but
it's individual. It's individual. You never know. I can't knock it.
No, Rick. No, Rick. He needs to hear this, Rick.
I have learned life lessons.
I'm going to be like Chris Rock in Fresh Prince.
Gabe, please, I am begging you, do not go out there and make no joint account with someone you met in a week. Don't do it.
I wouldn't do it with just anyone. That's the thing that I'm saying. Like,
but it is just anyone because it's 1 week.
No, it's not.
He can feel the energy. He's telling you.
There you go, feel it.
Right?
Yo, Gabe, check your
I do though. Seriously though, I feel the energy. Kyle, I think the problem is that you're going out there with too many rules and you got your guard up. Let your guard down, bro.
Gabe,
let your guard down, bro.
Check your IG, man. Check your inbox.
I'm selling the bridge. I'm selling the bridge right now. Do you want to buy it? I can sell you two in New York City if you want to buy a bridge, bro.
Nah, that's bullshit. You see, I can tell the bullshit on it. Listen, I grew up in the projects. I can tell when somebody's bullshitting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I could tell that. But when it's legit, I know people that have been in a relationship and they met somebody the first day and they got married within 2-3 weeks and it's still lasting. Shit can happen like that, man.
Ladies and whoever's in the chat, please, how would you feel? You know, and I'm not trying to nitpick on you, Gabe, but I want to hear.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
How would you feel if Rick and Mike, to you and so includes, how would you feel if someone came at you after a week, said, "Hey, we should make a joint account"? You gonna look at them like they nuts?
No,
it ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Yeah, you see, the way you're presenting it is different, though. That's different. It's a natural. It's a mutual energy that y'all both feeling. It could happen, bro. I'm telling you, it could happen. Like I think it could happen, man. Like you find that one person that you're like, yo, I'm really clicking and vibing with this person
in 1 week.
Let your guard down. If you let your guard down, it could happen. Yes.
Hey, maybe for him it works. Maybe for him it works, man. I hope it does. I don't want nothing bad happen to you. I'm not
It
being
hasn't yet.
sarcastic.
It hasn't yet because you know what?
Rick
I know
is crossing his toes right now.
No, I feel like I'm connected with myself enough that I can look at bullshit and be like, you know, I ain't fucking with that. I'm good.
But all right, the real question is like, all right, why would you want to put yourself out there like that? That's it's kind of like asking someone to marry you after a week.
That can happen too.
Like, I think the mic went out, bro.
I said that can. No, I mean, all right.
You know what, Gabe? I'm gonna say this real quick. I respect it because you are literally going into everything with your hands up in the air. This is my cards. This is who I am. And
Love
What's
it.
the worst that can happen? We get divorced or we break up. Okay,
well, I can say the worst that can happen. She won. She's crazy and she kidnaps you, something like that. She steals all your money.
You're gonna kidnap me. I'm 6'2", 207 pounds.
I just saw a movie the other day and it was wild, but I'm not going to get into it.
I'm just saying though, we always go into situations with the worst case scenario. Yo, put your fucking guard down sometimes.
You putting yourself in the worst case scenario.
I'm not. Actually, I'm not. I think Kyle is putting himself in the worst case scenario more than I am by setting all these rules and these standards and not just flowing and letting things be. I think I will see it as the opposite. You know,
Kyle's putting up a wall that you got to chip away at. That's what the
hell yeah.
You
You
ain't got no wall, bro.
Yeah. Like when Kyle goes on Bumble, he's like looking for a coal miner because that's the only way you're gonna get into me. It's like
what you're saying right now are complete opposites because Gabe is on one side of it and I am literally on the other side of it. And
I can see.
That's fine. That's exactly what the show is about. Like,
Yeah.
different experiences, and there's no right and wrong. What might work for Kyle might not work for Gabe. What works for Kyle, Gabe might not work for Kyle.
most of the time it'll work for Gabe.
Oh.
Nah, I'm joking.
Wow. So Gabe, you don't believe in any time frame?
No.
He says love is love, man. You
That's
feel it.
That's it. Why
So-
why put a time frame on it? What are you holding back from? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Okay.
No,
You got to build a relationship though, and you can't do that within a week though.
Why
It
not?
can happen. Not for nothing. I know a couple of people where they go for it. They just go for it and they take chances.
But is that going to be the story for the majority though?
We don't know.
I knew a story of a guy who fell in love in a day.
Right.
Keep plugging there. For my new show.
The movie you made, right?
That's a cheap plug in for my short film, A Day to Love. But anyways,
I'm just saying. I think that if we was to just freaking put our guard down and not set so many rules and standards onto life and relationships and all this stuff, we'll enjoy it a bit more.
But
We'll be all right.
let me ask you a question real quick, Gabe. So you said, like, because you referenced how you've been in a relationship with someone for 20 years, right?
Mhm.
So you think you know that person 20 years later than you did. You have to know that person more 20 years later than you did week one. No?
Know them more. You saying?
Yeah, know them more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Yo,
I think that if
that's a
someone
perfect title for your next film. 20 days later.
It's a sequel. I'm sorry, Gabe. What was you saying?
I think that's actually a freaking show, like a little game show or something like that. 20 days later. I think
Yeah.
no, I think that you could pick up someone's character once they walk through the room if you let your guard down. You could pick up energy. Somebody walks in that room and you're not feeling their vibe, you're like, I don't like that person. The problem is that we kind of don't let our real subconscious kick in. And we just like kind of put this guard up and set up all these rules and all that. And say, oh, maybe that's just me. Maybe I just don't like them because of X, Y, Z. No, you don't like them because their energy is shit.
But that's part of the reason why
their energy is good. You know what I mean? It's the same. It's vice versa. Like if you feel a good energy coming through the room, you feel that good energy. You feel that good vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like you could feel a good vibe. So why not go with it? Let's go with this good vibe and see where it leads us. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't work out, then hey, it doesn't work out. I'm cool because I still had a good time while we were vibing. It's not that difficult, you know.
So if you meet someone, right, and you're newly in love in a week or whatever, do you give them keys to your apartment?
Of course he does.
I could. What's the worst that can happen? You become crazy. I change my locks. Okay.
Yeah, but after they stole everything, you got it.
Where you gonna lock up the floor?
Then take it. I don't know. I don't think that far ahead, man. I really don't.
I don't think you just I don't know.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No,
Say it.
no,
No, Gabe, you
I
are
see. I
freaking. I'm so
definitely
jealous
see
of
where
how
you're coming
freaking
from.
you
Like
are.
you don't like. It's not material things for you. That's what it is. It's
Not
like
anything.
it's
Yeah.
the vibe that you get out of the person. But I feel like people are put guard up so much that they don't really let you get to know the real them in within a week. That's my personal opinion.
I won't mess.
Because they're trying to see how they feel around you first, and then that's when they start letting their guard down towards you.
And I feel like I don't know, maybe I have some kind of superpowers, but I pick up on that, and I don't mess with you if you like that. So I'm like, nah, you ain't my flow. I've gone on first dates and said, nah, you know what, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. I want someone that's just gonna be there, be open, and be straight up, and just fucking show me everything. Fucking just let it out. Diarrhea.
But Gabe, I'm gonna
Diarrhea.
be real with you, Gabe. We don't show who we really are to people, even our closest friends. So what you're asking somebody to do right now is like it could be terrifying to them because you
being
know somebody
vulnerable
for
too.
15, 20 years
I'm not asking you to
they
do
have
anything.
themselves.
But that's where it's at. I'm not asking you to do anything. If you're giving me, if you're naturally giving me that, that's legit. I'm not asking you to do a damn thing. I'm being who I am. And if you're gonna choose to go with my energy and with my flow and choose to be who you are, then fuck it, we good. You know what I mean? I'm not asking you to be anything at all. Anything. That's work. I don't want to work. I work 8 hours a day. That's good enough. I don't want to work in my relationship. It shouldn't be work. Life shouldn't be work after 8 hours. That's it.
Gabe, you are so free, bro. I'm a little jealous, but I want to stick to my my wall. Oh man, Rick, it's about that time, bro. Man, I got some dinner waiting for me, bro.
Go ahead,
And, yeah, but just before we go, I knew a story of I gotta forget it.
Nah, go ahead.
That's so controversial.
It was about to be another plug.
Yo, go for it.
Nah.
Thursday's right around the corner, bro.
Come
Nah,
on,
nah,
you gotta do it.
Kyle, I
You
gotta
gotta
give you
do it
props,
already.
bro.
You
I gotta
already
give you
opened
props,
your
man.
mouth.
All I got to see was the preview of it, man, but it looks amazing, and I'm actually looking forward to it, man. Good shit.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you. I'm not sure what you're talking about though. We have two coming out. I didn't really want to talk about this, but yeah, two of them are two different love stories. One goes one way, the other one goes totally a different way. So I'm really, looking forward to telling these love stories.
I think you should write a part 3. You got 4 great writers right here with 4 different perspectives.
It's called 20 Days Later.
20 days later.
Executive produced by Gabe.
Word up. Just be free. What, you want to jump in front of a car together? Hold hands. Jump in front of that car. That's my story. Go ahead.
Wow. Freeing, bro.
All right. So again, I want to thank you guys for showing up and joining the conversation. It's always fun when you guys are actual part of the conversation. Also in the comment section, you guys have been awesome. I want to get this last comment in real quick. It says, hypothetically, we were out together for a full day, meaning we were out for brunch, out to do activity, then back again with being out for dinner. I think, yes, one person should not pick up all the tabs. I like that.
Can I tell my story? Gabe, you heard this story.
Go ahead. I heard it. Yeah.
You heard this story before. I went on a date. I'm sorry, Rick. I know we doing overtime.
No. It's fine.
Oh,
it's
this
fine.
is PT right here. Let's hear about his love life.
I went on a date before a long time ago, and I went out on a date with this person. We went to. I'm gonna tell the Gabe. Don't worry, I'm gonna tell the story exactly the same, and I'm not adding nothing different in it. So we went on a date, and we had lunch, and we stayed there for dinner. We stayed there for drinks and had dinner at the same place. We was there for almost 6 hours, right? Paid for two different meals and drinks. And at the end of the day, this person told me we were a match.
Hold that.
And it was going to end there. He's laughing.
So your pockets are a little lighter, but your arms ain't got anyone around them.
That was a learning experience for me. And this is why I'm the complete opposite of Gabe.
No, I get it. I think maybe you did too much for a first date.
You had 2 meals.
No, but if the vibe was good, I could see
If the
why
vibe was
kept
good,
going too.
I mean, anybody can have a good time. You're getting free food, bro. I can have a good time with a bad person. They're paying for my meal.
But this goes back to the question, and this is why Gabe should never have his apartment and the finances and everything open because you're
life,
a
bro.
real person.
Nope, I'm gonna
It's
tell you
his
what.
life.
Start with a prepaid card, Gabe.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Just give them just enough.
I'm gonna tell you what the difference is. Kyle went in there with expectations and rules. That's
5 to 6 hours later, though, bro.
You went in there. You went in there before the 5 or 6 hours. Were
Nah,
rules and
it
expectations.
sounded like Kyle
Guarantee
was
you.
having a good time, and he thought that like there was gonna be a
I
next
mean,
date.
I'd be confused. I'd be upset, but I'd appreciate that honesty because I know I'm not gonna have a second outing where I'm gonna lose all that money.
You
Or
should have
that.
told me after the first meal.
No,
No, but here's the thing, though.
No, but Rick, that's what I told Kyle the last time we spoke about that. I said, "Yo, you had a good time." Then that's
You had a great time. But
You
here's the
paid for
thing.
your good time.
This is the thing, though. We actually had a good time, and she's like, "I had a great time." And then when she told me, she was like, "Yeah, I just don't think we're matched." I laughed because I'm like, "There's no way this person is going to stay and have dinner. I mean, lunch and drinks and dinner with me."
Did she ask you for dessert after?
No.
They wouldn't pay for it.
Can I
And
do
then
something wrong real quick? Can I
asked
do
me
something
for her
wrong?
legs. She asked for a hug.
Did you pay for Uber?
Hell no.
Liar.
He paid for my Uber.
I did pay, we did pay. We all chipped in to pay for your Uber, Mike.
Nah, you didn't pay for my Uber. I paid for my own.
So, no, she didn't pay. She didn't pay anything. She didn't even reach it. She had alligator arms. She didn't even look for the bill, and it was okay. And I didn't have a problem going back to Gabe's point. I didn't have a problem paying for it because I was having a good time.
There you go. But
But-
it's also okay at that moment for you to go to the bathroom and not come out. It's cool, bro.
So this is who I am, Gabe.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, she didn't obligate you to pay for everything. You were enjoying the company.
That's
And
it.
Kind of like maybe she led you on by doing so.
I feel like at one point I would have like, all right, no, I got this. I'm gonna pay for my own thing at this point.
But that means you don't. That's she actually helped you out because that's someone you don't want in your life. If that's the way she's gonna see
Yeah,
it. But
She
my
could have
thing is, you had
she
a
could
good
have helped me
time.
out after the first meal.
She could have sold me something.
It
Damn.
could have been worse though, Kyle. She could have wanted sex afterwards.
That's the worst.
Imagine after all that, and she wants sex. Yeah, you got lucky, bro.
I guess so, Rick.
Could have been you.
Yeah, because you would have been in the shower crying, like crying game type shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, you don't want that. You don't need that in your life, Kyle.
And yo, and this is the kick, and I told you, Gabe, this other side. After that, for a few weeks later, she will still be liking my pictures on Instagram and stuff.
Yes!
It just made her even
Yo,
more.
Thank her for her support.
Yep.
I would heal up, and then it would she'll rip the stitches right out, and I'd be hurt all over again.
I would unfriend her ass, man. Unfriend her.
She's like in Kyle's pictures, and Kyle's like, hey, what you doing tonight? Not you.
I would never. No. Wish I could get up with you. Anyways, that was my story.
This was fun.
Thank you.
Man. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you, man.
Anytime, man, it's a platform for you guys to enjoy and speak up and share your experiences, man. That's what it is about, man. It's not about who's right or who's wrong. Like, we may agree to disagree, but damn it, at the end of the day, we should always be able to talk, whether it be politics, religion, anything, man. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong, unless it's the fucking law, right?
Yeah.
So with that said, man, I hope I see you guys tomorrow night. We're here every day, Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. If you guys are part of the Facebook group, feel free to throw some topics in there. Mike is always good with that. He's always throwing topics in there. So feel free to join. And with that said, man, you guys have a fantastic evening, and I will see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. sharp, with another interesting topic. Let us know what you guys might be interested in talking about. I think I had a lot of fun talking about food last time. That was a good conversation. All right, man. So take care. Have a good evening, man. See you guys tomorrow.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it, man.
All right.